Please like the video and share it so that it reaches many more people and you get sawaba, or rewards from Allah. This could be a sawabe jariyah or continuous reward for you long after you are gone.
Volume 2, Book 24, number 559. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. We took part in the holy battle of Tabuk in the company of the Prophet, and when we arrived at the Wadi al-Qura, there was a woman in her garden. The Prophet asked his companions to estimate the amount of the fruits in the garden. And Allah's Apostle estimated it at 10 awsaq, 1 wasak equals 60 sars, and 1 sa equals 3 kilogram. Approximately. The Prophet said to that lady, "Check what your garden will yield." When we reached Tabuk, the Prophet said, "There will be a strong wind tonight, and so no one should stand, and whoever has a camel should fasten it." So we fastened our camels. A strong wind blew at night, and the man stood up and he was blown away to a mountain called Tyre. The king of Ilah sent a white mule and a sheet for wearing to the Prophet as a present, and wrote to the Prophet that his people would stay in their place, and will pay jizya taxation. 1. When the Prophet reached Wadi al-Qura, he asked that woman how much her garden had yielded. She said, 10 awsaq, and that was what Allah's Apostle had estimated. Then the Prophet said, "I want to reach Medina quickly, and whoever among you wants to accompany me, should hurry up." The sub-narrator Ibn Bakr said something which meant, when the Prophet, P.B.U.H., saw Medina, he said, "This is Tabba." And when he saw the mountain of Uhud, he said, "This mountain loves us and we love it. Shall I tell you of the best amongst the Ansar?" They replied in the affirmative. He said, "The family of Bani en-Najjar, and then the family of Bani Sa'idah or Bani al-Harith bin al-Khazraj. The above mentioned are the best, but there is goodness in all the families of Ansar." Volume 2, Book 24, number 560. Narrated by Salim bin Abdullah from his father. The Prophet said, "On a land irrigated by rainwater or by natural water channels, or if the land is wet due to a nearby water channel, i.e. 1/10, is compulsory, as zakat, and on the land irrigated by the well, half of an i.e. 1/20, is compulsory, as zakat on the yield of the land." Volume 2, Book 24, number 561. Narrated by Abu Humayd as Sa'idi. The Prophet said, "There is no zakat on less than 5 awsaq of dates, or on less than 5 camels, or on less than 5 awaq of silver." 22 Yamani reals for Ansar. Volume 2, Book 24, number 562. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Dates used to be brought to Allah's Apostle immediately after being plucked. Different persons would bring the dates till a big heap collected in front of the Prophet. Once Al-Hassan and Al-Hussein were playing with these dates. One of them took a date and put it in his mouth. Allah's Apostle looked at him and took it out from his mouth and said, "Don't you know that Muhammad's offspring do not eat what is given in charity?" Volume 2, Book 24, number 563. Narrated by Ibn Umar. The Prophet had forbidden the sale of dates till they were good, ripe, and when it was asked what it meant, the Prophet said, "Till there is no danger of blight." Volume 2, Book 24, number 564. Narrated by Jabir bin Abdullah. The Prophet had forbidden the sale of fruits till they were ripe, free from blight. Volume 2, Book 24, number 565. Narrated by Anas bin Malik. Allah's Apostle forbade the selling of fruits until they were ripe. The Prophet, P.B.U.H., added, "It means that they become red." Volume 2, Book 24, number 566. Narrated by Abdullah bin Umar. Umar bin al-Khattab gave a horse in charity in Allah's cause, and later he saw it being sold in the market and intended to purchase it. Then he went to the Prophet and asked his permission. The Prophet said, "Do not take back what you have given in charity." For this reason, Ibn Umar never purchased the things which he had given in charity, and in case he had purchased something, unknowingly, he would give it in charity again. Volume 2, Book 24, number 567. Narrated by Umar. Once I gave a horse in Allah's cause, in charity, but that person did not take care of it. I intended to buy it, as I thought he would sell it at a low price. So, I asked the Prophet, P.B.U.H., about it. He said, "Neither buy, nor take back your alms which you have given, even if the seller were willing to sell it for 1 dirham, for he who takes back his alms is like the one who swallows his own vomit." Volume 2, Book 24, number 568. Narrated by Abu Hurairah. Al-Hasan bin Ali took a date from the dates given in charity and put it in his mouth. The Prophet said, "Expel it from your mouth. Don't you know that we do not eat a thing which is given in charity?" Volume 2, Book 24, number 569. Narrated by Ibn Abbas. The Prophet saw a dead sheep which had been given in charity to a freed slave girl of Maimuna, the wife of the Prophet. The Prophet said, "Why don't you get the benefit of its hide?" They said, "It is dead." He replied, "Only to eat its meat is illegal." Volume 2, Book 24, number 570. Narrated by Al-Aswad. Aisha intended to buy Barira, a slave girl, in order to manumit her, and her masters intended to put the condition that her al-wala would be for them. Aisha mentioned that to the Prophet, who said to her, "Buy her, as the wala is for the manumitted." Once some meat was presented to the Prophet and Aisha said to him, "This meat was given in charity to Barira." He said, "It is an object of charity for Barira but a gift for us." Volume 2, Book 24, number 571. Narrated by Aisha al-Ansariya. The Prophet went to Aisha and asked her whether she had something to eat. She replied that she had nothing except the mutton piece, which Nusayba, Aisha, had sent to us, Barira, in charity. The Prophet said, "It has reached its place and now it is not a thing of charity but a gift for us." Volume 2, Book 24, number 572. Narrated by Anas. Some meat was presented to the Prophet, P.B.U.H., and it had been given to Barira, the freed slave girl of Aisha, in charity. He said, "This meat is a thing of charity for Barira, but it is a gift for us."